Good morning. Endurance sweat here for another TrainerRoad workout. This is Taku. It's a 30-minute recovery workout. So just an easy spin for the next half hour. If you've joined, I hope you enjoy the video or live stream, and we'll just move along. I just gotta break off here for a moment. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had to stop and fix one of the appliances I was working on. It's actually been a frustrating morning, and wanted to start this workout quite a bit earlier, but I was having some technology problems. Couldn't get my heart rate to display. I'm connected through running TrainerRoad on an iPad, and connect my devices, or connect my heart rate monitor through, which is a Garmin At Plus heart rate monitor, and I connect it through a North Pole Engineering cable device, which usually runs flawlessly. Connects up right away, and I'm away I go. Why, this morning I got on and it showed the device, my heart rate monitor through the cable device connected, but there was no signal. And I couldn't figure out just what was going on. I checked the heart rate monitor output on different devices through my Garmin Vivo Active Watch, and it seemed to be working properly. Checked it on another online computer app, and I ran through the cable device. Here is the cable device. I probably can't see it. And it was also showing no output. Finally, went to the cable utility and see if I could update the device connections, but the online cable utility where I set up the devices didn't seem to be working either. So, as another resort, I checked on TrainerRoad again, and it was showing my device had only 3% battery. Well, I'd known that I'd changed the heart rate monitor battery recently, so I figured after I saw that, why, it must be the battery in the cable device. Sure enough, I replaced that battery, and after I did, everything worked out. But that was a waste of some good time. Anyway, finally I'm on TrainerRoad and doing this nice easy recovery workout, streaming it online with you. It's a fairly brief workout, only 30 minutes. It's meant to be light and for recovery, and why? That's just what I need. Had a hard few days toward the end of last week. On Thursday, I did a online workout on the trainer, and then an 11K run. On Friday, I did an easy morning workout on my trainer, and then followed that up with a 4K run, which I had to abort. I 4K. I actually meant to go through to 8 kilometers, but some personal matters came up that I had to attend to. That was in the morning. So in the afternoon, I did get back on the treadmill and ran another 11 kilometers at a pace which for me was fairly taxing. So 25 kilometers over the space of 25 kilometers of running over the space of Thursday and Friday. And then on Saturday, I was on the trainer again on an online program for group riding, and I did 2 very strenuous rides. One for an hour, and another one for an hour and a half, both which were at a substantial proportion of my functional threshold power. I was pretty wasted after those 2 rides, but then I had to cut my lawn and do some fall outdoor gardening. So by the end of Saturday, I was pretty toast. But before I could call it a day, I had to do some baking. We had family members come over yesterday, my sons and their partners, for Canadian Thanksgiving, and I wanted to give them some bread, so I was baking bread until late evening Saturday night. My sons did come over with their partners on yesterday, on Sunday, but we respected social distancing and wore masks, except when we were enjoying some food and drink, and even then we kept socially distanced. Anyway, so here I am Monday morning. It is officially Canadian Thanksgiving today. We did all our activities yesterday. So I'm able to get on the bike and do this nice short recovery ride. These recovery rides are good. One thing about doing interval sessions, if you do too many hard sessions, then you start to avoid them. So you do need some easy sessions just to mentally adapt, get back on the bike, and your body needs it. At least my body does. Mind you, I'm getting on in years, into the late 60s now. I still do train typically 6 days a week. So I'm not slouching off that way, but I do need typically some easy days. There we go. Stress, rest, increase fitness. So I'm training easy today. It says up top says training hard, getting faster. Today the slogan is training easy and getting faster. Typically for myself, Monday is a bit of an easier day. Tuesday, another hard day. Wednesday easy, Thursday hard. Let's take one day off a week. That's typically Friday. Then Saturday and Sunday are longer days, endurance rides. And I split my workouts now between riding on the trainer and running on the treadmill. Typically run on the treadmill Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturday mornings. I'm on the trainer, on the bike trainer, all of those days. Plus Monday, Wednesdays, and Sundays. The days where I'm doing a double workout of running and riding, while the riding sessions are fairly easy. Trying to keep my cadence up here a bit. One thing, I'm riding in erg mode now, and I know somehow I thought with this trainer that my output would be a lot steadier, but it's not. Seems to still fluctuate quite a bit. So I have to explore, see if there's some other setting I'm missing. I'm using a recently acquired Taku Neo 2T. Wonderful trainer. Very quiet. Just hear the sound of my bike drivetrain. The trainer itself is virtually silent. Now, I did forget to turn on my fan before I got on the trainer. So I'm just going to take a brief break to turn on my fan because I'm perspiring pretty heavily. Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's better. A lot better. Well, we're over halfway through this workout. You can see it's not too hard. Not the max effort. And so my heart rate's only 112. Still without a fan, even at relatively light outputs, still do end up perspiring quite a bit. That's just some endurance sweat. Caught some of the race on the weekend of, this was Kent Milligan, and the ending was kind of disappointing. We had both Wout van Aert, who seemed to be the strongest in a lead group of about a dozen riders, and Mathieu van der Poel, and figured that the race for the win would be between those two. Van der Poel seemed to be marking every move that Wout van Aert made. When anyone tried to jump away from that group, especially in the last 5K, it was Wout van Aert that covered it, and then Mathieu van der Poel would be on Van Aert's wheel. Those two have a long-standing rivalry, and amazingly, I guess Van Aert didn't want to just pull just didn't want to pull Van der Poel to the finish line where he beat him in a sprint. So he just let up. And as it turned out, Mads Pedersen, several other riders just jumped ahead, and this last time, Van Aert didn't chase, and both he and Van der Poel just sat up. I think Van Aert finished in 8th, and Van der Poel just behind him. Anyway, Interesting dynamic there. There was some cyclocross action on the weekend as well, which I missed. I did see the results. On the women's side, Carmen Del Alvarado won again, so she's taken up where she left off last year, dominating the women's races. Worst and Brandt were second and third, again replicating what we saw for most of last year. And on the men's side, Kunertz won. That's his second win in a row. And behind him was Iserbeet and Week. And that was the same as last weekend. So I would like to catch those races yet. And should be able to watch them on post-race on the GCN Race Pass. I really enjoyed watching the cyclocross races. You know, for the men, they're 1 hour long. For the women, typically 45 minutes to 50 minutes. So the races are relatively short, unlike road races, which go on for hours on end. And there's lots of action. And all the mud and hills and jumping on and off bikes and barriers. There's always lots of opportunity for crashes, tiny errors, mechanical failures. So barely a dull moment. I did get myself a cross bike 4 years ago, I guess, and I participated in some local cross races myself. I wasn't competitive, but I did enjoy doing them. The vibe at the races was really good. All the competitors are very friendly, and it was good for me learning some new bike skills, jumping on and off the bike, going over barriers, negotiating mud, sand, which I never really did master, to be honest. Well, I did practice quite a bit. You also get really good at cleaning your bike, because after every cyclocross participation, the bike needs to be completely washed, re-lubed, and maintenance. You need to service your bottom brackets regularly, because opportunity for sand and dirt to get into them. Chain wears out a lot more quickly. It's just all around tough on equipment. Of course, it can be tough on you too, the rider. Certainly, you need to shower after you finish, because a lot of times you're finishing full of mud. So you need to bring stuff to clean yourself down some to after the end of the race, and then wash up after you get home. The other thing I've enjoyed is gravel riding. That's a lot of fun, and the cross bike is perfect for that. Also participated in 2 local enduro or gravel events. One is Paris to Lancaster. It's 60 to 70 kilometers, just depending on the year. The course does change every year as they adapt. It is run over some private properties, and why sometimes they get permission from property owners, sometimes they don't. I've done that one now close to 10 times. Initially I did it on an old steel heavy mountain bike, and the last 2 times, done it on my cross bike. Making a big difference. Of course, this year with COVID-19, that race was canceled. That is a great event. Yeah, it attracts riders from all over North America and even a few from Europe. And the race finishes very close to my home. That's an added bonus. And a few of the earlier editions that I did, that's when I was doing a lot of randonnering. I would ride from my home to the race start, which is about, I don't know, 50 or 60, yeah, about 60K away. And then I would do the race. Of course, I was really just doing it for fun. As I said, good excuse to get muddy. Oh, just another 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to the end of this workout. It's been good. Nice to spin the legs easy. After I finish this ride, I have a run that I'm going to do. The run that I was supposed to do earlier, but some of those problems I was having with my cable device due to a dying battery. Missed the workout earlier this morning, so I'll do it now, just before the noon hour. One thing about these workouts at lower power output levels, a good opportunity to practice some high cadence spinning, or higher cadence spinning, at least. Well, if you've watched any of this, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it if you'd like the live stream or video, and think about subscribing to my channel, Endurance Sweat. This is just live streaming my workouts. Is just something I've tried out recently, so it's an experiment in motion, and thanks for joining along. As I learn and grow train hard, and get faster. Okay, we'll see you next time. Workout complete.